Good morning, all of you. This is Rachna Saxena from Faculty of Education, Tirthankar Mahavir University, Muradabad. In my last lecture, I have described the benefits of e-learning. In the present lecture, I will describe the integration of ICT. The integration of ICT in education has been one of the most transformative developments in the field of teaching and learning in recent decades by incorporating digital tools, resources, and methods into traditional educational practices. ICT has redefined how education is delivered and experienced. This comprehensive integration has far reaching implications not only for the students and teachers but also for the broader education ecosystem. This detailed description will explore various phases of ICT integration in education, including its impact on engagement, personalized learning, collaboration, administrative process, digital literacy, and the overall teaching and learning environment. So, here are the points related to it. The role of ICT in modern education. ICT encompasses a wide range of digital technologies, including computers, the internet, multimedia tools, and the mobile devices, all of which have become integral to the modern educational landscape. The adoption of these technologies in education has been driven by the need to improve access to information, enhance the quality of education, and prepare the student for the demands of the technology driven world. So, here are some points related to it, and the very first point is expanding access to education. One of the most significant impact of education of ICT in education is its ability to expand access to learning opportunities. Through online courses, e-learning platforms and digital libraries, students from around the world can access educational content that was once confined on traditional classroom. This democratization of education is particularly important in regions where access to quality education is limited by geographical, economic, or social factors. ICT has made it possible for the students in remote or underserved areas to participate in educational programs and gain knowledge that would otherwise be inaccessible. The second point is enhancing the quality of education. ICT has also played a crucial role in enhancing the quality of education by providing educators with innovative tools and resources. Digital technologies enable the teachers to create more engaging and interactive lessons, utilize multimedia content to explain complex concepts, and offer personalized feedback to the student. And these advancements have led to more effective teaching methods and improved learning outcomes. The third point is preparing students for the future. As the world becomes increasingly reliant on technology, it is essential for the student to develop digital literacy and other technology related skills. ICT integration in education ensures that students are not only proficient in using digital tools but also capable of navigating the digital landscape. This preparation is vital for success in a modern workplace where technological competence is often a prerequisite, enhancing students' engagement through ICT. One of the most immediate and noticeable impact of ICT in education is the enhancement of students' engagement. Traditional teaching methods, which often rely on lectures and textbook, can sometimes struggle to capture the attention of the students, especially in an age where digital media is a significant part of their daily life. ICT addressed this challenge by introducing interactive and dynamic elements into the learning process. Here are some points related to it. So the very first point is interactive content. ICT allow for the creation of interactive content that can actively involve students in the learning process. For example, digital textbook can include embedded cues, videos, and interactive diagrams that encourage the students to engage with the material in a more meaningful way. These interactive elements help to break down complex concepts into more digestible parts and provide instant feedback, which reinforce learning. Next is multimedia presentation. Multimedia presentation, which combine text, images, audio, and video, are another powerful tool enabled by ICT. These presentations can cater to different learning styles, making it easier for the students to understand and retain information. For instance, a history lesson can be brought to life with video clips of historical events, while a science class can be enhanced with animation with illustration. Complex process. The use of multimedia make lesson more visually and orally stimulating, while or which can lead to increased students' interest and motivation. Next point is virtual simulation. Virtual simulations are a particularly innovative application of ICT in education. These simulations allow the students to experience scenarios and experiments in a controlled digital environment. For example, in a virtual biology lab, students can conduct dissection or explore the inner working of the cell without the need for physical specimens or equipment. Virtual simulations provide a safe and cost-effective way to explore real-world application of theoretical knowledge, which can deepen understanding and encourage critical thinking. The next is gamification. The concept of gamification, where education activities are turned into games, is another way ICT enhances engagement by incorporating game-like elements such as points, labels, and rewards into the learning process. Educators can make the learning more fun and competitive. Gamification not only motivates students to participate actively but also encourages them to achieve higher level of mastery in the subject matter. Personalized learning through ICT. One of the most transformative aspects of ICT in education is its ability to support personalized learning. Traditional education models often follow a one size fits all approach, where all the students are expected to progress at the same pace in the same manner. ICT, however, enables a more individualized approach to education, where learning experiences can be tailored to meet the unique needs and preferences of each student. Next point is adaptive learning technologies. Related to the first thing, adaptive learning technologies are at the forefront of personalized education. These technologies use so many things to analyze a student's performance and adjust the content and pace of instruction accordingly. For example, if a student is struggling with a particular concept, the system can provide additional resources such as tutorials or practice exercise or to help them. Conversely, if a student is excelling, the system can introduce more challenging material to keep them engaged. The personalized approach ensures that each student receives the support and challenge they need to success. Now, my second point is management system (LMS). Learning management system I already described earlier, and this and these are the critical component of personalized learning. This platform allows the educators to deliver content, track the students' record or progress, and provide feedback in a way which is tailored to individual learners. For example, teachers can create custom learning paths that guide the student through the material based on their interests and abilities. LMS Platforms also enable them to access resources at their own pace, revisit topics they find challenges, and receive instant feedback on their work. Now, the third point is self paced learning. ICT facilitates self paced learning where the students have the flexibility to progress through the material at their own speed. This is particularly beneficial for the students who may need more time to grasp certain concepts of who prefer to move quickly through material they find easier. Self-paced learning empowers the students to take control of their education, permitting them to spend more time on areas where they need to improve and less time on areas where they are already proficient. Next is data-driven insights. ICT tools provides educators with valuable data-driven insight into students' performance. By analyzing data on students' engagement, progress, and outcome, teachers can identify areas where the student may need additional support or enrichment. This data-driven approach allows for more informed decision making and the ability to intervene early when the students are struggling. Personalized feedback based on this data help the student to understand their strengths and weaknesses and guide them in their own learning journey. Now, the next point of ICT, and this is facilitating collaboration through ICT. Collaboration is a critical skill in both education and the modern workplace. ICT has revolutionized the way students and the educators collaborate, breaking down barriers of time and space, enabling them more dynamic and interactive group work. So here are some points related to it. So the very first point is online forum and discussion boards. Now the next point is online forums and discussion boards. Online forums and discussion boards are a staple of ICT in education. Staple of ICT in education, providing a platform for the students to engage in discussion, ask the question and share ideas. These forums enable communication, meaning students can participate at any time, which is particularly beneficial for those in different time zones or with varying schedules. Online discussion foster a sense of community and allow the students to learn from their peers as well as from their instructor. Next point is group projects and collaborative tools. ICT supports collaborative learning by providing tools that facilitate group projects and teamwork. Platforms like Google Workplace, Microsoft Teams, and Slack allow the students to work together on assignment, share documents, and communicate in real time, regardless of their physical location. These tools make it easier to coordinate group efforts, track process, and ensure that all the members contribute to the project. Collaborative tools also prepare students for the realities of the modern workplace, where remote collaboration is increasingly common. Next is virtual classroom. Virtual classroom take collaboration to the next level by creating a live, interactive learning environment online. In a virtual classroom, students and teachers can participate in real-time discussions, share screen, conduct polls, and work on group activities. This communication replicates the experience of the traditional classroom while providing the flexibility of an online setting. Virtual classrooms are particularly valuable for distance learning as they allow for real-time interaction and immediate feedback. Next point of it, and this is peer review and feedback. ICT also facilitate peer review and feedback, an important aspect of collaborative learning. Online platforms can allow the students to review each other's work and provide constructive feedback. And this process not only helps the students to improve their own work but also develops critical thinking and analytical skills. Peer review fosters a collaborative learning environment where the students learn to value diverse perspectives and work together to achieve common goals. Here is the another point related to ICT, and this is streamlining administrative process through ICT. Beyond its impact on teaching and learning, ICT has also streamlined many of the administrative process associated with education. And this improvement have made education institutions more efficient and effective, freeing up resources that can be redirected through towards enhancing the learning experiences. So here are some points related to it, and the very first point is efficient course management. ICT tools have simplified the management of course and curriculum. Learning management system (LMS) also educators allow the educators to organize course content, create schedule, and manage assignment all in one place. This centralization make it easier to keep track of deadlines, communicate with the students, and ensure that the courses run smoothly. Automated system can handle routine tasks such as grading quiz, tracking attendance, and generating reports, reducing the administrative burden on educators. Next is communication and collaboration tool. ICT has improved communication between educators, students, and parents. Tools like email, instant messaging, and video conferencing allow for quick and efficient communication, making it easier to address issues, share information, and collaborate on projects for educators. These tools enable more timely and effectively communication with the students and parents, fostering a more supportive and responsive education environment. Now the next is data management and analysis. ICT has revolutionized data management in education. Education institutions now have the access to powerful analysis tools that can track students' performance, attendance, and engagement in real time. And this data can be used to identify trends, monitor progress, and make informed decisions about the interventions and resources allocation. For example, analysis can help identify the students who are at risk of falling behind and trigger early interventions to support them. This data-driven approach ensures that education institutions can respond proactively to the needs of their students. Next is streamlined enrollment and registration. ICT has also streamlined the enrollment and the registration process. Online portals also is going to apply for courses, register for classes, and pay fee without having to visit a campus in person. This convenience is especially valuable for the students in remote locations or those with busy schedule. Automated schemes or systems also reduce the likelihood of errors and ensure that students have access to the courses they need to complete their education. My next point is fostering digital literacy and preparing students for future. Incorporating ICT in education is not just about using new tools and technologies, it is also about preparing students for the future. Digital literacy, or the ability to use digital tools effectively and responsibly, is a crucial skill in the 21st century. By integrating ICT into the curriculum, educators can help the students to develop the competencies they need to thrive in a technology-driven world. So here are some points related to is developing digital competencies. ICT integration ensures that students develop a range of digital competencies from basic computer skills to advanced problem solving and critical thinking abilities. These skills are essential for navigating the modern workplace where technology is common. For example, students learn how to use word processor software, create presentation, analyze data using spreadsheet, and conduct research online. These skills are transformed to a wider range of careers and are highly valued by the employers. Next is encouraging responsible use of technology. Digital literacy also involves understanding the ethical and responsible use of technology. Educators can use ICT to teach students about digital citizenship, including topics and online safety, privacy, and the responsible use of social media. By incorporating these lessons into the curriculum, educators can help their students to navigate the digital world safely and ethically. Third point is promoting critical thinking and problem solving. ICT tools encourages the students to engage in critical thinking and problem solving. For example, students might use digital tools to research a topic, analyze data, and present their findings in a multimedia format. These activities require students to think critically about the information they encounter, evaluate its credibility, and make informed decisions. ICT also supports project based learning where the students work on the complex real world problem that requires them to apply their knowledge and skills in innovative ways. Next point is preparing for the digital economy. The integration of ICT in education also prepares students for the digital economy, where technology driven jobs are on the rise. By familiarizing students with the tools and technologies used in various industries, educators can help them develop the skill needed to succeed in the workplace. For example, students might learn to code, design website, or create digital content, skills that are in high demand in the digital economy. By equipping the students with these skills, ICT integration in education help to bridge the gap between education and employment, ensuring that students are well prepared for the future. The next point of ICT, and this is supportive, innovative, and flexible teaching practices. ICT has also had a profound impact on teaching practices, enabling educators to adopt more inactive and flexible approach to introduction. By leveraging digital tools and resources, teachers can create more dynamic and engaging learning experiences that cater to the diverse needs of their students. So here are some points related to it, and the very first is flipped classroom. One innovative teaching practices enabled by the ICT is the flipped classroom method. In a flipped classroom, students are introduced to a new material outside of class, often through video lectures or online reading. Class time is then used for hands-on activities, discussions, and problem-solving exercise. This approach allows the students to learn at their own pace and come to the class prepared to engage more deeply with the material. The flipped classroom model also enables the teachers to provide more individualized support during class time, helping students who may need additional assistance. Next is blended learning. Blended learning combines traditional face-to-face instruction with online learning activities. This hybrid approach allows for greater flexibility in how and when students learn, while still providing the benefits of in-person interaction. For example, a teacher might use online quiz to assess students' understanding before the classroom discussion, or simulation as homework. Blended learning enables the teachers to create a more personalized and flexible learning experiences, while also leveraging the strength of both online and in-person instruction. Next is project-based learning. Project-based learning. ICT tools support project-based learning where The students work on complex real-world projects that require them to apply their knowledge and skills in creative ways. For example, students might use digital tools to create a website, produce a video, or develop a digital presentation. Project based learning encourages the students to take ownership of their learning, collaborate with others, and develop critical thinking and problem solving skills. ICT tools provide the resources and the platform needed to support these projects, enabling the students to explore topics in depth and create meaningful real world projects. Next is professional development for teachers. ICT has also transformed professional development for teachers, providing new opportunities for ongoing learning and collaboration. Online courses, webinars, and digital communities also teachers stay current with the latest education trends and best practices. These resources provide the teachers with the tools and knowledge they need to integrate ICT effectively into their classroom, ensuring that they can provide the best possible education for their students. Now I am doing conclusion of my idea. The integration of information and technology in education has revolutionized the way teaching and learning are conducted by enhancing engagement, supporting personalized learning, facilitating collaboration, streamlining administrative process, fostering digital literacy, and enabling innovative teaching practices. ICT has become an essential component of modern education. As digital technology continue to evolve, their impact on education will one grow, providing new opportunities for students and teachers alike. Embracing ICT in education is not just about adopting new tools, it is about remaining the future of ICT and ensuring that all the learners have the skills and knowledge they need to succeed in a rapidly changing world. Through the thoughtful and strategic integration of ICT, educators can create a more inclusive, flexible, and dynamic learning environment that prepares students for the challenges and opportunities of the digital age. This is all about my topic. In my next lecture, I will provide the conclusion of my all things. Like it will be like a summary. Thank you so much.